The story begins with Princess Irulan Carino documenting recent events. She recounts the attack on House Atreides by the Harkonnens, expressing confusion over her father, Emperor Shaddam IV, ordering the destruction of a family he once treated like his own. She speculates that not all members of the Atreides are gone and reflects on what their downfall might mean for Arrakis. After joining the Fremen on their journey across the desert to Sietch Tabr, Paul Atreides and his pregnant mother, Lady Jessica, hide among the warriors as Harkonnen scouts track them. Stilgar leads the group in evading the scouts before turning the tables and eliminating them with their own weapons. Once the scouts are defeated, their bodies are left as food for the sandworms. At the Sietch, Paul and Jessica face hostility from the Fremen. Some see them as spies, while others harbor anger toward Paul for killing one of their own. Stilgar addresses the council, arguing that the newcomers can be both helped by and helpful to the Fremen. In private, Stilgar informs Jessica that their reverend mother is nearing death and asks her to take on the role. Jessica joins a group of Bene Gesserit led by the Reverend Mother Ramallo and drinks the water of life, a substance lethal to males. She begins to convulse, alarming the group, especially when they realize she is pregnant. Jessica eventually overcomes the poison, gaining the memories of her ancestors. Her unborn daughter begins to communicate with her, and they discuss spreading belief in the prophecy, starting with those deemed weak. Paul, meanwhile, tries to grow closer to Chani as she and her friend discuss their doubts about the prophecy. Later, during an encounter with a Harkonnen scouting tank, the Fremen launch an attack. In the ensuing battle, Paul protects Chani and creates an opening for her to destroy an ornithopter. Following the battle, as water is collected from the fallen scouts, Paul tells Stilgar and the others that he has no desire to be viewed as the Lisan al-Gaib, but only wishes to fight alongside them. His sincerity earns their respect. Paul and Chani grow closer, sharing a quiet moment on a hill as they admire the desert landscape and the spice-laden sands. Their bond deepens, and they share a kiss. As time passes, Paul trains with the Fremen and becomes a Fedaykin warrior alongside Chani. He adopts the name Muad'Dib Usul, inspired by the kangaroo mouse of the desert. However, he is haunted by visions of a grim future where a holy war leads to devastation. In these visions, he follows a mysterious figure, later revealed to be Jessica, heading south. Paul undergoes a significant Fremen rite of passage, riding a sandworm. As the Fremen gather to watch, he plants a summoning device and waits for Shai-Hulud to appear. Seizing his moment, Paul leaps onto the sandworm and successfully rides it, earning the Fremen's admiration. Jessica begins a journey to southern Arrakis to spread the prophecy to the fundamentalists. She hopes Paul will join her, but he resists, fearing their actions might bring his dark visions to life. On Giedi Prime, Baron Vladimir Harkonnen has returned to his homeworld and attends a celebration for his youngest nephew, Fade Rautha, brother of Robin. The event draws a massive crowd, including Reverend Mother Mohiam and fellow Bene Gesserit Lady Margot Fenring. During the celebration, Fade participates in a tournament against 3 followers of House Atreides. 2 of the opponents are drugged, allowing Fade to defeat them easily, but the third, who is lucid, puts up a fight before being killed by Fade's blade. Despite his anger at the manipulation, Fade accepts his role as the Baron's chosen successor to rule Arrakis, replacing Rabban, who has failed to maintain spice production and control the Fremen. Mohiam and Margot discuss the possibility that Paul is still alive, as tales of Muad'Dib continue to spread across Arrakis. Margot later seduces Fade, testing him with the same Bene Gesserit trial Paul faced. Afterward, she confirms to Mohiam that she is carrying Fade's daughter. Irulan grows increasingly curious about the attack on House Atreides and questions Mohiam, who confirms the Emperor's role and the necessity of the act. On Arrakis, a group of smugglers lands, leading to a confrontation with the Fremen. During the skirmish, Paul recognizes Gurney Halleck among the smugglers. After an emotional reunion, Paul calls off the attack. Gurney recounts his survival during the assault on House Atreides and leads Paul, Chani, and Stilgar to a hidden cache of atomic warheads, hoping to strengthen their fight against the Harkonnens. Harkonnen troops, led by Fade Rautha, launch an assault on Sietch Tabr, killing many Fremen and capturing Shishakli. When she refuses to cooperate, Fade incinerates her. The remaining Fremen retreat south despite Paul's reluctance. Paul visits the temple where the water of life originates, extracted from a baby sandworm. Ignoring Chani's protests, he drinks the substance and falls unconscious, experiencing visions, including one of his sister Alia speaking to him. Chani, desperate to save him, mixes her tears with the water of life and revives Paul. Upon awakening, Paul reveals to Jessica that she is the Baron's daughter, making them both Harkonnens. This revelation confirms Paul as the Kwisatz Haderach, a male Bene Gesserit capable of surviving the water of life. Fremen leaders gather to discuss Paul's role, expecting him to challenge Stilgar for leadership. Paul defies them, delivering a rousing speech and embracing the title of Lisan al-Gaib. Chani critiques the prophecy for enslaving the Fremen, but the people accept Paul as their messiah. The Harkonnens return with the Emperor, Irulan, and the Sardaukar forces, prompting the Fremen to prepare for a final confrontation. The Emperor betrays the Baron by sabotaging his suspensor belts, leaving him immobile. Paul orders the launch of atomic warheads to breach Arrakine's defenses. The Fremen, riding sandworms, overpower the enemy forces. As the Baron makes a desperate crawl toward the Emperor's throne, Paul confronts him, revealing their familial connection before killing him. Outside, Gurney engages Robin in a duel, ultimately defeating him. Paul then faces the Emperor, demanding justice for his father's death. Threatening to destroy the spice supply, Paul demands Irulan's hand in marriage as part of the Emperor's surrender, which deeply hurts Chani. The Emperor agrees, sending Feyd-Rautha to duel Paul as his champion. After a fierce battle, Paul kills Feyd but acknowledges his skill before delivering the final blow. Irulan intervenes to prevent Paul from killing the Emperor, agreeing to the terms of marriage. Despite Paul's victory, not all great houses accept his ascension. Determined to secure his rule, Paul orders the Fremen army to march forward, declaring the beginning of a holy war. Jessica shares a final moment with Alia, lamenting the conflict to come. The film closes with Chani stepping into the sands, summoning a sandworm, and riding off to an uncertain future. What do you think about Paul's decision to embrace his destiny as the Kwisatz Haderach, even if it means leading the Fremen into a holy war? Was it the right choice, or could he have taken another path? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more movie recaps. See you next time.